Hi, thank you for joining. My name is Crystal Olivarria, and I'm a career coach at Career Conversationalist. Today we're here to discuss, do you want your child to become accountable? 3 simple ways to help your child. Do you make the mistake of assuming your child knows what accountability is? Does your child understand why accountability is an important ingredient in the success recipe? Do you know how to help your child view accountability from the viewpoint of a coach pushing an athlete to become his or her best rather than a parent scolding or lecturing? Are you ready to discover 3 simple ways to help your child become accountable? 1. Get rid of accountability anxiety. Accountability is the explanation of one's decisions and being held responsible for one's actions. Accountability includes actions your child has and has not taken. To your child, the word accountability sounds like a big, scary word. Such words do not usually exist in a child's vocabulary. Teachers don't use the language when talking to their students. Teachers don't say, "I'm going to hold you accountable and check to make sure you did your homework last night." Instead, teachers say, "Pull out your homework." It is naturally assumed teachers are going to check to ensure it was done. While your child is being held accountable, your child may not associate this with accountability. Everyone expects teachers to check homework because it is part of their job. As a concerned parent, you may find yourself frequently asking your child if he or she has done his or her homework. This is a form of accountability. However, when you ask the question in this format, the answer is usually yes or no. So there's little accountability because there's no explanation as to why homework has not been completed. A follow-up question asking why homework has not been completed may feel like a form of interrogation to your child. Your child may feel the need to justify his or her actions or lack thereof. Rather than asking, "Have you done your homework?" ask, "How far along are you on your homework?" This question implies an explanation is desired if the assignment has not been completed. Your child is more likely to feel like you care about why the assignment has not been completed. For example, your child might say, "I have completed half of my homework. I came home late from soccer practice because I was helping Ben with a few extra drills after practice." Your child may have a good reason for not completing his or her homework. The key point is when you ask a question differently, then your child will respond differently. Your child may feel like he or she is sharing rather than justifying. Once your child is used to you asking, "How far along are you on your homework?" then your child will not be anxious when you start holding your child accountable for other activities. Simply ask, "How far along are you on your household chores?" Or, "How far along are you on applying to a scholarship?" 2. Abolish the ultimatums. As a parent, when you are upset and frustrated, you naturally tend to lean towards ultimatums. This means your child is conditioned to behave certain ways or negative consequences will follow. Your child either complies or rebels. Regardless of which way your child acts, your child will associate being held accountable in one of 2 ways. You are going to either approve or disapprove of your child's behavior. Your teenager will not want to share information about his or her actions if he or she feels like he or she will be judged. True accountability is not about approval or disapproval. True accountability is about your child acknowledging his or her behaviors and how they are either helping or hindering him or her move towards his or her goals. Rather than saying, "You need to complete X task before tomorrow evening or else," try saying, "This task needs to be completed before tomorrow evening. Is there anything stopping you from being able to accomplish this?" By phrasing the question to address anything that could potentially stop your child from completing a task is a good way to eliminate excuses later on. If by chance there is an obstacle or a challenge, then conversation moves forward. The conversation moves to address ways to handle the obstacle and overcome challenges so the task is able to be completed within the needed time frame. Accountability moves from the past, did you do or not do something, to let's plan ahead. Are there any obstacles that may prevent you from completing this task within the designated time frame? Help your child view accountability as something to help him or her get things done. 3. Explain why accountability can be pleasant and unpleasant. Your child may have mixed feelings about accountability. Being held accountable and holding others accountable is easier in some situations than in others. For example, sports coaches are known to be tough on players because they are pushing players to become their best. If your child plays sports, then your child expects to be pushed. Being pushed to become your best is usually seen as a positive, encouraging experience, so accountability is considered pleasant. Accountability in other areas of life, such as school project, may not be as pleasant. Generally speaking, students do not like group projects and being assigned as a leader of a group. A team leader may need to hold other members of a team accountable. This may be difficult, especially if your child was not able to select the team members. A majority of the team may want a good grade on the project. One person on the team may not complete his or her part or complete it up to the group standards. Your child does not like to be in the position of holding someone else accountable, so your child does not understand why others would want to be in a leadership or management position. Your child may come to a logical conclusion that people who hold others accountable do so because they can make good money as a manager. Otherwise, why else would someone want to go through the unpleasant task of holding others accountable? Since your child is likely to experience being a team leader in a school project as well as being coached while playing a sport, your child may have unpleasant and pleasant experiences regarding accountability. Therefore, your child may have mixed feelings about accountability. That is why it is important to help your child experience accountability from a loving standpoint so your child understands its importance even when things are unpleasant. Your child is more likely to become comfortable with accountability when he or she understands it is not about approving or disapproving of certain behaviors. Rather, true accountability is about the explanation of one's decisions and being held accountable for one's actions. Accountability is about helping your child realize his or her decisions are either helping him or her move towards or away from his or her goals. Accountability is an important ingredient in the success recipe because it keeps your child the goals that he or she has in the forefront of his or her mind. Your child can feel good about being held accountable by getting rid of accountability anxiety. You can abolish ultimatums and help your child anticipate obstacles and plan on how to overcome them. Help your child experience accountability as pleasant so your child continues to view accountability as beneficial even in unpleasant situations. Next time you are curious about how your child has completed his or her homework, ask, how far along are you on your homework? Thank you for taking the time to watch this episode. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, I certainly encourage you to go to the website ask25questions.com where you can receive your free gift of 25 must-ask questions to help your child have a brighter future. Also, you'll be added to my emailing list and you'll continue to receive great emails such as a weekly blog post, a weekly motivational quote, and occasional guest bonuses. So thank you so much for being here. I really enjoyed doing this episode. I know I sound like I say that every week, but I did. And I look forward to our paths crossing again soon. Take care.